Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. We've seen weakness across the US markets for the third consecutive day as the economic data points have been mixed, and the entire focus is on the 18th March meet of Fed, where we will have some clarity on their interest rate stance. In the meantime, we have seen that in many markets like Indonesia and 3 to 4 others, despite the rate cuts done by the central banks, the bond yields have shot up, which is definitely a bit of a negative for the entire financial sector, including banks. So the overall cues in terms of the bond yields from the global markets towards the banking sector has not been that great. European markets were mixed. Both CAC and DAX were up about 1%. However, FTSE was on a weaker side. And today morning, when we look at the Asian markets, Nikkei and Hang Seng both are marginally up. Shanghai is up 0.8%, and SGX Nifty is suggesting that we are going to open down about 27 odd points. In terms of flows, no major action. FIs are net buyers in the cash market to the tune of 72 crore, and the DIIs are sellers to the tune of about 68 odd crore. No major action in the futures index as such. Overall sentiment has got disturbed by the kind of volatility that we have seen after a spate of important news like rate cut and also the FDI in insurance. The market has gave away the entire gains, and technical structure of the market is looking weak. Though the crude prices have shot down, have come down by about 1.5%. We think that given the kind of strength which is visible in the dollar index and the bond yields part, the flows into emerging markets are unlikely to be strong. On that note, let me invite our F&O expert to take you through important F&O cues and ideas that we can have from the F&O desk.
Good morning friends, let's have an analysis on derivatives. In Friday's market, we have seen Nifty opening up with a gap up of around 40-50 odd points due to positive cues from the international markets and also a positive data from IIP numbers, which has seen some kind of boost in market sentiments in opening of the trade in Friday's trade, due to which we have seen a gap up opening of 40-50 points. But later on at around 8850, 8800 odd levels, we have seen Nifty taking significant amount of resistance around that level, and we have seen thereon Nifty seeing some kind of selling pressure and moving downwards in the southward trajectory due to selling across the board. And also in the last 1 hour of trade, we have seen sharp selling pressure in Nifty, and due to which we have seen a sharp cut of around 1.5 odd percentage at 8674.40. Now remember friends, 8800, 8900 strike price call option has seen significant amount of short build up in last 4 to 5 trading hours session, and we continue to see this kind of activity in Friday's trading session also. So 8800, 8900 continues to remain significant amount of resistance in the coming trading session. While on the open interest front in the Nifty, we have seen a cut of around 0.75 odd percentage, that is 2.03 lakh shares were shared in open interest with decrease in cost of carry, with decrease from 11% to 8 odd percentage. That is, Nifty premium have came down from 37 points to 26 odd points, currently indicating long unwinding by market participants in Friday's trading session. Put call ratio seeing a sharp decline of 1.5 odd percentage. In line with the market, put call ratio also dipped by around 4 odd basis point, which dipped from 0.98 to 0.94 odd levels, and volatility index have inched higher 1.5 odd percentage to 14.97 odd levels. Now the options activity has suggested deep out of the money and out of the money call option has seen significant amount of selling pressure, that is writing has been visible in 8700 and 8800 strike price in Friday's trading session also. 8700 call option has seen significant amount of build up around 133 odd percentage, and simultaneously 8000 call option has seen 42 odd percentage build up in open interest in Friday's trading session. And if you see the implied volatility of 8800 call option has dipped by around 2 odd percentage, indicating some kind of short positions has been added in both this strike price, and 9000 continues to remain as the highest in terms of open interest. While in put option, we have seen 8000 put option has seen some kind of reduction in open interest, indicating the position is now getting shift from the higher strike price to lower strike price, which is not which is a bit a negative sign for the market going forward, and have been moving towards, the position has been moving towards the lower strike price, that is 8500, which is the highest in terms of open interest, and has seen an addition of around 10 odd percentage, and also 8600 put option has seen an addition of around 8 odd percentage in Friday's trading session. There is one securities in ban period for today's trade, that is Unitech. On FIS terms and index futures, they were not so active in Friday's trading session. There was just net buyers of around 6 odd crores. However, in the last couple of trading sessions, their activity in index options has been increasing gradually. In Friday's trading session, there have been net buyers of rupees 1,520 odd crores, indicating a good amount of options has been bought by the FIs in Friday's trading session. While in stock futures, there were net buyers of 901 odd crores, and stock options, there were net sellers of 68 odd crores. Our Friday's web stands at 8760 with a lower range at 8500 and higher range at 8800. ICX Nifty is trading negative by around 22 odd points, taking negative cues from the international markets, and it's at around 8670, indicating some kind of soft to negative opening can be expected in today's trade. Thank you guys, that concludes from my side.
Friends, let me take you through Sharekhan pre-market action, starting with trading ideas. First of all, a short call on ITC as the government of Karnataka has increased the VAT rate on cigarettes from 17% to 22%. That's a negative development for ITC, so one can short that in the stock of 344 and a target of about 332 to about 328. Fortis Healthcare, again a negative development as the Singapore Competition Panel rejects divestment of Fortis Healthcare's international subsidiary Redlink Asia and its arm Redlink Singapore. So one can short Fortis Healthcare with a stop loss of 156.5 and a target of about 151 to about 148. DLF, a major positive development as the company has said that its promoters had deferred till March next year the conversion of securities held in the realities subsidiary into equity shares, while the coupon rate has been slashed down from about 9% to almost about 0.1%. So that's a positive for DLF. One can go long there with a stop loss of 153 and a target of about 162 to about 168. In other news and developments, State Bank of India has fixed the price of 295.59 for their preferential issue of almost about 15,000 crore. Also, Standard Life may raise its stake in Indian joint venture HDFC Life to about 35% as the Parliament has approved the insurance legislation. And swapping of KGD6 gas being supplied to RCF units in Maharashtra with RLNG has been allowed, which is going to facilitate supply of additional gas to Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. RBI has removed Zen Technology from the list of banned stocks for FII buying. Foreign funds house JP Morgan has put on the block their Indian mutual fund business, which is having a total assets of about 14,000 crore. Engineering company L&T expects to bag at least 2 thermal projects out of 12, which are likely to come up for bidding over the next 1 year, as per the source from a company. Out Sugar Mill and Upper Ganges Sugar are looking at doing some kind of a business restructuring. Blue Star again is looking at doing a restructuring of its P and IS business, which is a positive read-through for that company. And Wipro partners with Nextthing to offer enhanced end-user computing services. So watch out for some positive action in Wipro. Shakti Pump has given out a very strong positive guidance for the next 5 years. They are looking at doing a revenue of about 5,000 crore. And Hindustan Petroleum Corporation aims to restart a catalyst reformer petrol making unit by Saturday following a minor fire which was caused by a leak. And as per the media flash, State Bank has turned down a $1 billion loan proposal by Adani Enterprises, which is intended for a $7 billion coal project in Australia. McNally Bharat has allotted about 30 lakh shares to their promoters in terms of warrants, which is a positive read-through for McNally Bharat and Mangalore. Refinery and petrochemicals plans to shut about 120,000 barrels per day crude distillation unit for about 10 days for a planned maintenance, which is sentimentally negative for the stock. Here is a stock list with the positive and negative bias for the day traders. Stocks with positive bias are Motherson Sumi, Aditya Birla Nuvo and Voltas, and stocks with negative bias are Ken Bank, HCL Tech and UBL. Stocks for investment that we like at this point of time are L&T, Aditya Birla Nuvo, Tata Motor DVR, Infosys and Ultratech Cement. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a great trading session and see you tomorrow at the same time.